what's going on, guys? Migzuba here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a Esper FORETOLD deck for standard best of 1. So I've been grinding the standard metagame challenge on and off all day, and I think it's time for a break to go play some good old-fashioned best of 1 and make a Esper Doom video. So continuing last video's trend of making a very anti-aggro control deck, we are playing Esper Doom. Now I haven't actually played Esper Doom in a while. The last Doom I played was 4-color Doom with green for binding, and you can definitely still play that. That's a very valid FORETOLD deck because the green splash is very easy to make. You just put in Triumphs instead of Temples, and you add Binding the Old Gods. But I want to play pure Esper today, mostly because I want to keep playing with Vanishing Verse. Now, I absolutely love this card. This card is crazy. Exile target monocolored permanent. It's just so good. It's just such a clear incentive to play black-white. And we can play blue, not much of it, but some blue, to be an Esper Doom. And the blue that we play gives us access to cards like Omen of the Sea, Negate, Divide by Zero, which is slowly becoming one of my favorite cards from the new set. And, I mean, Dance of the Manse. This is a fairly standard Esper list. You guys have pretty much known Esper Doom for a while. I can get into the list quickly. You guys know Birth. You basically get a Plains, continue your mana, make sure you hit your land drops, and if you play it on 3, then you'll have it to sack to Doom. Negate is here because, well, we don't just want to lose to Ultimatum, and this is pretty good even in best of 1. Like, it can counter some spells. Omens, you guys know the Omens by now. Nightmare, get into their hand, kill a thing, also good against Sultai. Draw some cards, flicker it with Yorion, good in any sort of control mirror. Kill your things, only one eliminate because I see more and more Winota, and we need the Heartless Axe to deal with it. But the Vanishing Verses don't deal with animated lands like Crawling Barrens and... oh, it's the other one. The snow one, Jesus, Faceless Haven. So, well, this does, but this also kills Faceless Haven, but this doesn't deal with Crawling Barrens. So we have, oh, this doesn't deal with Crawling Barrens, but this does. So we have like a fair split of removal. I always play Tome in my decks. I think it's in my Esper decks. I think it's strictly better than the Golden Egg because it will end up in the graveyard if we sacrifice it to Doom, and it can typically net you more cards than a Golden Egg can, and it can net you more life than a Golden Egg can over a longer period of time. So, you know, I don't know. I really like the Tome in my Esper decks. Divide by Zero. Again, you can return spells to the owner's hand on the stack. Learn. We have our cheap little learn board. Kill a Planeswalker. We don't play any Planeswalkers, but it's still here to take one out. Exile a permanent. The opponent gets a Spirit, which doesn't. They can't actually sack tokens to Doom FORETOLD, so that might come up. Fix your mana. Hit your land drops, kind of draw some cards. If you are behind in your hand, remove a thing, and another kind of pseudo closer, kind of like the Amiria's Call. We run Archon because we have a million enchantments, and we run another Yorion basically because sometimes we don't have our Doom online, and just flickering a million enchantments can be good enough. Extinction Event is our sweeper of choice because the black ones are better in this meta, and while we do want double white for like Archon and Yorion, and we typically, and also Skycleave Apparition, I strictly do just think Extinction Event is better. Dance, only one copy, it's very slow in best of 1, it can be a very over-the-top win the game card, but you never really want to draw it early. I mean, the list is fairly standard, guys. It's Esper Doom, you guys know this card, so I don't want to go into crazy detail. Mana base has some temples, we got like 4 of this one, 4 of this one, basically just the Esper temples that have emphasis on white, because we are a mostly white deck with black as a secondary color and blue as a third color. We have some Amiria's Calls because we don't want to hit our land drops, and making some 4/4s in the late game can be really good to close out control mirrors. This deck is fine against Sultai, it's not amazing, but it is very good against the aggro field. So I don't want to keep you guys here for too long, not go into every card detail. I tend to do that, but it's Esper Doom, you guys know what it's about. We're basically just playing it so we can play some Vanishing Verse. It will be in the description down below as always. If you like the deck, be sure to drop a like on the video and consider subscribing, it motivates me to make more content. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Let's get into some games. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Man, do I miss this deck. I dropped it for a little bit. I played it a lot during Zendikar, and then, or during the beginning of Zendikar, and then, what happened? Yeah, Dimir Control kind of took over, so I played a lot of Dimir Control near the mid to end of Zendikar. We don't need more lands, we have plenty of lands. And then in Kaldheim, I didn't really have like a main deck, but yeah, I typically just play different control piles more frequently than other control piles, and this is sort of what we end up with. Me switching between Esper and Dimir quite often. Or, I wouldn't say quite often, but like, you know, this Esper deck is good fun. Also, that's a lot of lands. We've hit, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 lands in our top 9 cards. Nice. Nine, 10 cards. Weird. I was just counting. I was like, what? How do... If I've only seen 9 cards, how do I have 3 spells? I wonder what they could have foretold for for black, just raw black. Playing Agadeem's Awakening as well. Weird. So we play Omen. I'll take a Doom, but we don't need more land. Sorry if my voice also sounds a little bit weird. I have something in my throat. I don't really know what's going on. I was outside for a while today, playing volleyball with my friends. Oh god. Do we just... I mean, I can play this. I think we just hold open Omen. Or we could be super greedy and buy Yorion. I just think we pass here. Rakdos, okay, interesting. Alright. What do we got? Weird deck. Also, check the decay. Like, I have not been playing in Mythic queue since I got here. I've been playing the standard metagame challenge, which, by the way, if you need cards, that's 100% the best way to farm it. Lots and lots of lands. But yeah, so if you get 3 wins, then you get pretty much just get like, is it 1 free pack or 2 free packs? I'm not even sure. But yeah, if you get 3 wins, you get a pack pretty much. It's the most efficient way to farm. Check that lag. So we're gonna get down Archon. The opponent doesn't have any permanents to sack to Doom, and I kind of want to hit something with them. They could just have removal for this, it wouldn't surprise me. But, like, that's fine. Poison the Cup. Okay, I haven't seen that in a while. Interesting. Okay, Scry 2, cool. Cool. Rakdos Control. Push the weak, that's a-okay with me. No problem there. Croxa. Do I discard tapped or untap land? I guess we just can discard a tap land. So yeah, some weird Rakdos control pile. I guess I'll get more blue online. Can buy Yorion, pass with Heartless Act up. Next turn we can play Yorion, flicker our enchantments. And if the opponent gives us something to Heartless Act, now we're pretty happy. Predator, cool. So they can sacrifice a creature to make it indestructible. They don't have a creature, so not even Rakdos. Oh, I don't know, Rakdos mid-range. So we blow it up. Opponent's a little bit off Croxa. Hold on, if I do this, I'll have 4 mana, no Yorion. Okay, so a Yorion. Could be a bit greedier and try to get a birth out of it too, but I don't think that's worth it. We'll play this on black because we know we're going to get more white anyways, and this can be white if we need it. Lots of lands, guys. Very 36 land deck. And negate. I mean, negate can be okay. Especially since our mana total is adding up. Yep. If they're just shooting my cards, like my creatures that I don't care too much about, that's okay. And we see a Woe Strider. Lots of lands. This has to stop. I'm getting a little bit worried. Get a Plains out of the deck. Fair. And I think we can get Doom online. I'm happy to sacrifice this birth after it gives me a wall and miss out on 2 life. The opponent has a Woe Strider to sacrifice. We'll hold back. But yeah, we're on like 9 lands. And we don't get to hold open negate, but I think that's fine. So yeah, opponent can reanimate Kroxa, which very happy to discard a land to. Not a big deal. Also, we get to make the Wall of the Birth, so it can eat a hit off something. And if they keep feeding our Doom Foretold, we're also pretty happy. Yep, and they're just going to keep feeding the Doom. Cool. Can keep discarding lands, we're at a healthy life total. Man, we would have had 2 more lands as well, like, geez. Okay. So do I care about my wall? I don't think so. I think the upside of drawing Yorion is way higher. Target monocolored permanent. You are not a monocolored permanent, so we have... I think we can just put this on white. We'll pass the turn, hold open our removal and counter magic. And keep this Doom online. Opponent will sack to the Kroxa. I can counter this. I don't really care. I don't even think it's worth it. You can't... They're trying to sacrifice the goat. I love it. Yeah, it says non-token. Maybe that's why they reanimated the Kroxa. Bone Crusher Giant. That's okay. What else do you want to put on the board? The opponent has something. Do I counter this one? It's like, do I really even care about these things? Not really. I honestly think that can resolve just fine. And I don't even need to play my spells. I'm going to hold these to sack to Doom. Like, we don't do anything this turn, but that's okay. We just need to find a way to get some card advantage. Sack that Omen. More lands. Do I start holding these for Kroxa? I'm going to hold one for Kroxa. Okay, Giant down. So, Dance looks pretty good, I guess. Especially after we sack the Omen to the Doom. And yeah, we don't even exile this yet. We're not under any sort of pressure. I can sacrifice this Omen. More lands, okay. Alright, I'll play this one out. So now Doom is going to pop because I haven't drawn any other permanents. So I think I exile this. We'll do it on their upkeep. Make them discard their last card. We'll pop Doom, get a night, draw card. It's claim. Yeah, not many good claim targets in my deck. You can claim like a token. Alright, we can get rid of that stop, okay. And we draw even more land. Where are my spells? Myra Triton beats Kroxa, it's a bit annoying. Woe Strider, which they actually can reanimate, but they would have to get rid of their Kroxa to do so. Am I going to lose this game because I flooded? They get rid of a Kroxa, so they're committing. Which I think is the right play. I have drawn nothing but lands. Not good. Not good at all. So how many, like literally, how many more do we have in the deck is my question. Have I scribed anything to the bottom? No. Opponent's just chilling with priority because of Woe Strider. Okay. We draw Yorion and we have no blinkables. Very good. Nightmare. I think it's correct to play Yorion just as a blocker to trade with the Woe Strider. We're not doing anything else with it. I can't just chill and wait for like a Treacherous Blessing, which would be really good. Okay, Maze Mind Tome also be really good. opponent sacks a Low Strider, scries. I mean, we have negate for any actual non-creature spell. Like, I'd probably counter removal now. They just scry to the top. Why are they scrying again? What? Did I miss something? I honestly might have missed something, or that makes no sense. Snap that off. Now I guess I care about my Yorion. It is my last one. This is why I don't play the other standard 2 main deck Yorions. I can take 2. No blocks. We're about to nightmare that. And if the opponent's gonna chill with this Low Strider or not attack, I'll start attacking with Yorion. I'll hold this. I don't see any reason not to. I mean, they can play Croxa. I guess Crox is a reason not to play this out. Okay. Sure. It's better to take 3 than it is to take 3 and lose a land. They claim... Okay. I guess now they're winning the race. And they get a scry. So 1 mana, deal 2 damage, scry 1. Pretty good, kill a creature. And there's Doom. I'm not gonna say right on time, but not bad. Awkward game. We're more controlly than they are. Oh man, am I gonna let this nightmare go off? Yep, that's okay. Oh, now they can reanimate their Woe Strider, and then their Grave's exiled anyway, so that was a good draw. But if they're reanimating their Woe Strider, they just have to sacrifice it next turn, and I can basically get rid of this without feeling too bad about myself, because their Grave's exiled anyways. Okay. I will sacrifice my Nightmare as I draw land, and we attack here. Opponent will have to sack their Woe Strider to the Doom. Land is not good. Land is very bad. Okay, how many lands did I actually see this game? I saw 12 lands here. 13, 14, at least 15 off the scry. I think I saw 16 lands total. Jeez, okay. Well, I guess that's, I mean, 16 lands in what, 25 cards? That's a lot of lands, guys. Duress. Nice Duress, mate. Okay, I'm gonna keep my flyer. They're dead next turn if they can't remove it. We're gonna play Birth. I don't even know if I have any more planes. We do. Very good. But at least I get some life off of it, and I get a wall. Did you draw like a Heartless Act? It's like their only actual solution. Or they can do that and block it. That's not bad. We draw Tome. Okay. I'll play my Tome. See what we draw? That's a good one, by the way. Eliminate. So how does this work? When it becomes tapped, you can exile a creature card. Okay, cool. So we just attack through it. They have to chump. Alright, feeling a lot better. We've drawn one of our 4 tomes at long last. So now we can have a steady inflow of 2 cards per turn. And a bit more life, and eventually even a bit more life. We'll go up to 12. They play Throne of Death, okay. But they're just dead. I mean, oh, they're trying to draw into like a Heartless Act. I mean, that's fair. It's your best bet. And they don't find it. Okay, so awkward game. But yeah, Esper Doom can typically outgrind Rakdos. It's really difficult for any Rakdos mid-range deck to outgrind a Yorion deck, pretty much no matter what build it is. Okay, yeah, hand seems good. So after a brief break on my end, we are back for game 2. Against Cycling. Alright, fun. Let's do it. And now we're gonna need some lands. Unlike the last game, where it was pretty much please anything but lands, we are in desperate need of them now. Okay, more recycling. Cool. That's not a lot from the opponent, and I'm going to play this on blue so we can potentially scry our way to some land. Okay, opponent's just cycling away. Elspeth's Nightmare looking really good against this deck. Does the opponent miss land? They find it. And they cycle. Okay. So let's see if we can hit our land drops. No. God, we drew nothing but last game. What's going on? Alright, well at least that's land. Okay. And we chill. Hold open Vanishing Verse and Omen of the Sun. Right now, Flare hits for 6. Dranith Stinger, kind of whatever. They're gonna drill me for a little bit, that's fine. Play out Omen. Cool. Divide by 0 can temporarily deal with a Flare, which is really nice. So do I just Doom Foretold? I'm considering either playing Doom to deal with the Stinger, or... See, I could try to play for a bit of a longer game and try to play another permanent, and then go for some Yorion Blink value. I think one thing's for sure, and it's that we want white here. Whether it be for Apparition or Yorion. So is it Doom time? Things we have Yorion potentially next turn, so maybe it's just Apparition time. Alright, I don't hate Apparition time. We'll take the Stinger. We can flicker it with Yorion as well, which is pretty nice. Nice little glitchy, they don't both hit, they just connect at the same time. Okay. Foretell? I'm not even sure what that can be. Double Foretell. Okay. Let's play Blessing. I need to hit my lands. I could have also attacked first, but they're just going to cycle. Actually, there is Demon Bolt, the 1 mana Foretell shoot-a-thing spell. Well, there's some lands. I'll hold open Vanishing Verse, I guess. You know what? I'm literally going to play around Demon Bolt here. Unless the opponent wants to cycle. So what's it going to be? If you guys don't know the card, look for it. I just remember it from Kaldheim Draft being absolutely brutal. Okay. And we chill. Hold open Vanishing Verse. Just in the corner of the hand. They might play a Fox or something. Dual Strike. Oh no. They're gonna dome me for 16. Okay, now they need land. Oh no, should I have held up Divide by 0? So they, what, they need red source and they just triple flare me? Or is it like quad flare me? I guess we'll see. Missed 2 damage. First time I've ever seen this. Whenever you cast your next instant or sorcery spell with mana value 4 or less, this turn copy that spell. Okay. Is the opponent not going to do anything? Alright then. Don't know what the opponent expected to happen there. So I'm going to hold this open now because I think they have a flare. So the question is, what else am I doing? Do I play Birth? I don't think so. I think we're good just to play this and then hold everything open. We can like divide by 0 and eliminate. Opponent's just going to keep cycling. Worst case, we can just play Omen of the Sun. I'm looking at this Lurrus and I'm thinking we might want to shoot it. Which is why I want to hold open eliminate. Zenith Flare. Back to the hand with you. Now what do I want? There's no graveyard wiping in here? Nope. I can draw... no, I can't. We pretty much already have a tutor. I think we just grab this. This is more removal. We already have exile removal. Let's grab Mascot Exhibition. Okay. So we take a bit more chip damage. It's okay. Down to 6. Now if we play this, we can hold open Vanishing Verse and we get a ton of value. So that's what we're gonna do. Play this on black. Yep, we get to hold open Eliminate and Vanishing Verse. Technically, if we draw a negate, we don't get to hold that open. But I think having the guaranteed Vanishing Verse is better than the potential negate. Actually, you know what? We're holding open Eliminate anyways. Maybe it was better just to scry for negate. Like scry and then draw. We get like 5 looks at it technically. We wouldn't have hit anyways. Alright. Cool. Tap land. Tap land. They say nice. Thank you. I agree it is pretty nice. I should have just probably ditched the birth. I don't think it really matters here. I think they were trying to double flare me, but now they can't. The most mana they can have is 7. Yep. So they can like flare me, play Lurrus, and they're just dead on board. We really made a lot of 1/1s with these omens. Put in some work. Yep. Wait, hold on. Are they dead? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think they are. I can't really tell how many 1/1s we have. Okay, Lurrus. We shoot Lurrus. And now I'm pretty sure they're dead. So, yep. Exacxies. Nope. So, I'm pretty sure the opponent messed up there. Their plan, I think, was to copy their flare a bunch of times and kill me, but they didn't have another red source, so we just kind of cheesed them out of a potential one, but they also should have. I don't know, you should probably realize that you're casting 2 red spells with only 2 red lands. I don't really know what they were trying to do. This card, while not a counterspell, like I said, can kind of reset spells on the stack. Absolutely goated card. Yeah, hand is good. Let's go. We have plenty of mana. We have some card draw into Yorion to reset everything. Event, no companion, so they're probably aggressive. Pretty happy keeping that. Swamp. Cool. We'll play out the blue source to have it because we might want to play out double white. Basically keeping our options open. Okay, looks like mono black control. And they scry without knowing that their tome's about to be stolen. Very good. This wall isn't very useful against them, but it's okay. This is one of their main sources of card advantage. Their deck is virtually removal tribal. And while they can win, because Ugin is a house, we also have a ton more value than they do. Okay, they just shoot the apparition, make a 2/2. That's sort of whatever. Let's play the blessing, draw some cards. We can draw tap land, which is why I wasn't playing land first. Yup. Nightmare. I don't think you're very good. We get into their hand, but we already have a nightmare. And I'd rather draw cards that get me more value when I flicker them. Cool. Eliminate my wall. Like, this stuff is completely fine. It does not look too great on them. Okay. We see Pegasus. I think we just Nightmare, though. We Nightmare, shoot this, play land. Next turn we can play Yorion, blink both of them, draw some more cards. I'm going to try to thin my deck out of some land with this. Hagra Mauling. Okay, so kind of a sign they have Ugin. I think there's already a card at the bottom. It's the Nightmare. I still think we crack this. Because honestly, if I draw the Nightmare right now, it's like fine. It's not amazing. More white or more blue. I guess we get a bit more white. That's a good one. They have a Murderous Rider. Sure. So I can play this, blink both, but they don't have any other non-lands in hand. So what's the plan? Plus we're drawing a lot. I just think we play this out, let it get killed. Is that even good? We can kind of make them waste their mana. We can buy another Yorion. Are we even really doing anything then? I think we have to get this Murderous Rider played so we can resolve Yorion. Plus I have to get some cards out of my hand and let some turns pass. So we can reset the Blessing without feeling too bad about ourselves. So yeah, we play into a removal spell here, but I think it benefits the greater good of the plan. And opponent scoops, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they blooded quite a bit. I'm not even sure why they played the Hagra Blood Pit. I definitely would have cast that. Hagra Blood Pit, yeah. I don't know. They had plenty of lands. Maybe they're just trying to draw Valky. They were probably splashing it here. But regardless, Esper's very advantaged in this matchup, minus Ugin. If you guys check out some of my old Mono Black control videos, I absolutely house Esper. Or basically, they take really, really long. Like, the games take a while, but we play 3 to 4 Ugins in Mono Black control, and if the opponent's patient enough and we don't kill them fast enough, then they can just wipe our board of enchantments. But the opponent's not in a great spot with Yorion coming down and blinking this Blessing a bunch of times, like, and this Divide by 0 to reset a Ugin. We're chilling. Alright guys, and we are back. So I had a great time playing Esper today. I really do miss this deck, and I think I'm going to play it a little bit more. Probably not the absolute best laddering deck because it does lose pretty hard to Sultai, but you can try to mitigate that problem by adding more negates, maybe a Disdainful Stroke, maybe not Divide by 0, but the other one, Test of Talents. Like, you can try to fit some counter magic here and there in the deck. The problem is that you do always want a lot of permanents on the board to sacrifice to your Doom Foretold or to blink with Yorion. And holding open mana isn't always great, but we can do so because we can play at instant speed with Omen and Omen. I don't know, it's a sort of weird line to tread, kind of, where in best of 3 you would be siding Mystical Disputes and more negates and Disdainful Strokes and that type of thing, but in best of 1 you're really here to take out the aggro decks. Anyways guys, if you enjoy farming aggro as much as I do, deck list will be in the description down below as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.